Hello, my friends. I have several different things about Asperger's syndrome to tell you. I am going to read some of them, and I'm going to explain me with them. So here's Asperger's syndrome is an autism spectrum disorder, ASD, considered to be on the high functioning end of the spectrum. That's why I've called it high functioning autism, is what Asperger's is. Affected children and adults have difficulty with social interactions and exhibit a restricted range of interests and repetitive behaviors. Motor development may be delayed, leading to clumsiness or uncoordinated motor movements compared with those affected by other forms of ASD. However, those with Asperger's syndrome do not have specific delays or difficulties in language or cognitive development. Some even demonstrate precocious vocabulary, often in a high specialized field of interest. The following behaviors are often associated with Asperger's syndrome. However, they are seldom all represented present in any one individual and vary widely in degree. So it talked about motor delays with clumsiness or motor movements. I was in preschool, kindergarten, and yes, I had some motor functions. That's why I went to a special school, special class on not in town, but I had to go out of town to a different preschool to have their special program for motor skills and stuff to learn how to balance right and all that stuff. And it was just a delayed thing. I can do it. I don't know if this goes with that, but I cannot walk on a treadmill without getting dizzy. And Mom has a gazelle upstairs. I can't get on that machine to lose weight either because I get dizzy. I don't know what it is about them kind of machines, but it would be pointless for me to go to, say, a fitness center and be on them kind of machines and get dizzy over it. I prefer not to be dizzy. I can walk normally without getting dizzy, and I can do other things without getting dizzy. I could probably do weights. I can get in the pool, but to get on things that move like a elliptical type of thing, or a gazelle, or the treadmill thing, I will get dizzy and feeling gross. So I think that goes with that. So here is some more thingy wings. Limited or inappropriate social interactions. I love having friends, and I will, if my brain is having a good day, I can go over to a person's place and interact pretty good, but and I may say things that are wrong, but you'll have to understand that I try my best not to say mean or inappropriate things, but I was born. My brain was born without a certain part of the brain. Um, I don't remember what part I read that is not there, but it's it it's not there. Robotic or repetitive speech. Yes. My mom and sister will be like, you said that before. Why are you saying that the 50th time now? So I will say it over and over and over again. Changes with not challenges with non-verbal communications like gestures, facial expressions, complied with average to above average verbal skills. Yes. Basically, what I would want everybody to try to do is have a conversation with somebody with their eyes closed. Because I have very hard times understanding things like happy, sad. I mean, I know this is happy and this is sad, but like other facial expressions and movements and all that stuff. Even within writing, I can do it's like that too. Even though that talked about verbal and nonverbal communications. Tendency to discuss self rather than others. Um, Not me. I'd rather you talk about you and we'll deal with you and I'll be quiet about myself. That's probably a self-esteem thing though. But that one I don't know. Inability to understand social emotional issues or non-literal phrases. Yes, non-literal phrases. Isn't that like joking? Um, or sometimes mom's like, "You're being too loud in the store or whatever," and I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm just talking. I'm not being loud." So I guess that could be it. Um, Lack of eye contact or reciprocal conversation. Yes, I can go and be like, when you're talking to me, and I can hear it all, but I try to respond with something. Obsession with specific, often unusual topics. I am obsessed with religion. Um, Unusual topics. I'm not sure about unusual topics. It might be unusual to other people, I guess, but whatever. One-sided conversations, yeah. They talk about themselves and nobody knows anything about me, usually. Awkward moments and or mannerisms. Yeah, I have moments. Awkward moments. Like now is kind of awkward. I'm trying to see if there's anything else on my page. Okay. Next. This one has examples behind their things. Problems with social skills. Children with Asperger's syndrome generally have difficulty interacting with others and often are awkward in social situations. They generally do not make friends easily. They have difficulty initiating and maintaining conversation. I could say, hi, how are you, and all that stuff first. But to keep a conversation going, I don't have anything to talk about. So, talk. You know what I'm saying? Just talk. Um, eccentric or repetitive behaviors. Children with this condition may develop odd repetitive movements, such as ringing or finger swishing, twisting. I like to play with my nails a lot. I will do this. I will do this. I will pop my nail, my hands. Some of you probably didn't like that. I will do this. I will move my leg up and down. If I get really uncomfortable, I might, do this maybe. But I try to stay very still. Very still. In a lot of ways, it's not cool. Unusual preoccupations or rituals. A child with Asperger's syndrome may develop rituals that he or she refuses to alter, such as getting dressed in a specific order. Yes, I take a shower in a specific order. I do this, that, and the other. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I get out of that, I forget to wash my hair. If I get the orders mixed up. I'm not really on a schedule. Excuse me. I'm not really on a schedule, so. Communication difficulties. People with Asperger's syndrome may not make eye contact when speaking to somebody or with somebody. They may have trouble using facial expressions and gestures and understanding body language. They also tend to have a problem understanding language and context, and are very literal in their use of language. So, the BS, people talking just add a bunch of BS. I'm basically straightforward, and people consider that rude. I'm like, what is rude about it? Rude is making up a bunch of crap and adding it. Yes, I just said that. How rude of me. Okay, anyway. Limited range of interest. A child with Asperger's syndrome may develop an intense, almost obsessive interest in a few areas such as sports, schedules, weather, or maps. No, none of them. I used to be obsessed with weather because I went through a tornado when I was little and on my birthday. And that was very scary, and I learned how to read the clouds and the wind patterns and all that stuff, so I will know if tornadoes coming or not. Especially when they changed their weather thingy. They had Doppler 7, I believe. Now they have Vortex something. Well, whenever they changed that over, I had to be on top of stuff because even now today, they don't track storms very well. You would think that an older thing would not be as good as these newer things, but I disagree. And again, that this part of range of interest would be like religion and that kind of thing. Coordinated problems, coordination problems. The movements of a child with Asperger's syndrome may be clumsy or awkward. Skilled or talented. Many children with Asperger's syndrome are exceptionally talented or skilled in a particular area such as music or math. Mine would be religion, and that is the flat out truth. And I cannot share that with anybody because when people, which is very frustrating, even Christians, because whenever I explain something or say something that is biblical, there was a big hooey about it, and I end up getting hurt over it because people think that I'm stupid or something. I had IQ tests done, and I am average IQ. Some people with Asperger's have invented things. Um, there are several inventors that had Asperger's and stuff. So, just because you have Asperger's doesn't mean that you are retarded or whatever. So here is some more from a different one, and I know some of them are repeated. I know. And this is going to be a little long, but bear with me, please. Behaviors included marked improvement in the use of multiple nonverbal behaviors such as eye contact, facial expressions, body posture, and gestures related to social interactions. That, yeah. Extreme difficulty in developing age-appropriate peer relationships. I personally like and never have had a date that was older than me. They're usually younger, and I don't know why. But a lot of my friends are older than me because they're not acting like childish. A lot of people my age and younger are just childish people. Sorry, sorry that's how I don't have many in common with younger people because I don't go to bars, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs, I don't cuss, I don't, and I basically am a homebody. So I don't have, and that is what I like. It's not that I make myself do it because I'm fat or whatever. I just do it because I like it. I like being home. And, mom's the same way. And grandma was the same way. So, it's just my character. Inflexible adherence to routines and preservation. I can be like, oh, I'm going to liberal and go on a whim, so I don't think that's me. Fascination with maps, globes, and routines. No. Superior rot memory. I don't know what that means. I don't know what rot means. So I'll just go on. Preoccupation with a particular subject to exclusion of all others. Amuses many related facts, and that would be religion again. Difficulty judging personal space, motor clumsiness. I like to not be close to people. I like to be farther away, so I don't think that's me. Sensitivities to the environment, loud noises, clothing, and food, textures, and odors. Yes, I have a very heightened sense of, my ears are very heightened and my nose is very heightened, and yes, I won't eat stuff without, like I won't eat bananas because it's squishy. Cannot handle that. I will throw up. Loud noises, if there's a lot of people that are talking, I don't. It just bugs me. I want to get out of there. Odors, scents, drive me crazy. My sister uses a different laundry soap than we do, and it stinks. It really stinks and I don't like it. I'm allergic to, um, yes, cinnamon. And we have 4 dogs and pee-pee odors. No. And people can try to mask a smell like smoking and put like perfume on. And yes, I can smell the perfume at first, but once I'm around you for a little bit more than just a few minutes, I will start to smell that smoke. So yes, I have a heightened sense of smell and hearing. And speech and language skills impaired in the areas of semantics, pragmatics, and prosody, like volume, intoning, inflection, and rhythm. So I might be mumbling sometimes, my family says, or I might be too loud, and I don't think so. Difficulty in understanding others' feelings, sometimes. Verbatic, formal style of speaking, often called little professor. Verbose. So whenever I try to, um, before I call somebody, I will rehearse in my mind like 100 times and mull it over and make sure that it is not offensive, not whatever, and will try to talk. Extreme difficulty reading and or interpreting social cues. That's the nonverbal cues, right? Social and emotional inappropriate response. Um, One of my friends that are in the community will probably tell you about that on my Facebook, and I'm not going to go into that. I will. I When I say something religiously, and somebody comes back with something, I feel like I have to be. I have to defend myself, and I have a right to say things too. So yeah. Literal interpretation of language, difficulty comprehending implied meanings. Like if there's like a saying or a joke or something, I won't get it. I just don't, because that is part of it. I don't get it. Extensive vocabulary reading commence at an early age. Hyperlexia. Stereotyped or repetitive motor mannerisms. Difficulty with give and take of conversation. And that is some information on aspergers. There is more better ones out there. I just can't seem to find them because it actually says it will not get. Some of them will actually come out and say, "I won't get." I won't get jokes and such like that. So, if I find anything else, I'll put it in a second one because this is long. And I'm sorry. Anyway, you guys have fun. Bye.